Run! 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 Scatter! Scatter! Sorry, what were you saying?
Well, I was trying to figure out why you want us to send to do a welfare check on one of our own offices.
Well, I mean, not necessarily one of your own officers, but there was someone yelling, screaming. There was a lot of banging and pounding inside, so...
Okay, well,
it's a cause for concern.
Perfectly legal. You don't have to do that. Perfectly legal.
Don't forget to get in behind the ears. You may scream. There is no shame.
And there was a lot of banging and pounding inside, so...
Okay, well,
it's a cause for concern.
Perfectly legal. You don't have to do that. Perfectly legal.
They were following me around with a couple of unmarked cars, but what they don't realize is that it's really easy to memorize license plates. And right now it's 12 Alpha Uniform Lima Delta is the tag for this white Silverado. But yeah. So their dumb asses led me right to one of their safe houses. So we're here at one of their safe houses. I believe it's 405. Let me get the correct address for you real quick. Yeah, 405 Northwest 4th Avenue here in Okeechobee. Got Karen right there. Yeah, but I like to try and memorize all of it, just in case. Because they'll switch tags out on these things all the time. Oh, got one of the sheriff's office here. '90. Car number 90. I don't know, I just saw you stopping, so. Can I get your name and ID?
Temple. Yes, sir, it's Deputy Loskowitz.
What? Sorry.
Deputy Loskowitz, 639.
639?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, just these guys were following me around for a while,
Okay.
so.
Hold on one second, sir.
Okay.
Hello?
In fact, actually, they were instructed to stop following me, but they kept following me. Yeah, no, that's all right. You can tell them though that they're like the worst undercover cops ever. Like they scream, "We're undercover cops." And it's like the stupidest thing. This whole address just got bought, by the way.
Yes, sir.
So.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, you have a nice day.
Does Kelly Lewis know that they're in their house? That they're in her house?
I'm sorry for that.
No, not a problem. Because if not, I'd like to report a crime then, or a potential crime.
Hello. Yeah. I don't know who Kelly Lewis is. But
She's the owner of the house.
Yeah, if you want to report, you can go up to the just to the front and pick up that phone there, and you can do the report.
Yeah, see, the thing is, I don't necessarily trust you guys anymore. I spoke with your PIO. What's his name? Mr. Nash. And they were told specifically by him to stop following me if they kept doing it. So, whew. This guy taking pictures. Tango Foxtrot 6674. Lewis, was it Kelly Lewis? Valerie Lewis. So she's still obstructing the roadway down there. 316.1945. Hey, Christine Hopkins. So, ready? I know it verbatim. So 12 Alpha Uniform Lima Delta, which is this white pickup truck right here, decided that they were gonna... So these undercover cops right here thought that they would be sneaky and try and follow me. But what they didn't realize is that I've got the memory of a goldfish. No, wait, I'm kidding. I have recognized his license plate from when he was following me around earlier. But yeah, so these undercover Okeechobee Sheriff's Office members who are here at 405 Northwest 4th Avenue, located in Okeechobee, Florida, inside of a home that's owned or in the name of a Valerie Wilson, wanted to follow me around after conducting lawful business and speaking with their PIO. Their PIO specifically told them that they weren't supposed to be following me around, but they kept doing it. And one of their dumbasses, specifically this one right here in the Traverse and this white Chevy Silverado, led me right here to one of their little hideout locations. Yeah, unfortunately they don't have public scanners. They say that they're transparent, but you know. Let's see if we can't get a welfare check on this place, because like I said, there was a lot of shouting, screaming, and banging of the door. Yeah, very true.
So it's like under $300. That'll be a misdemeanor bill. And if you report to uniform deputy, they'll take the report and we'll do the investigation. Okay? All right? Y'all have a good day.
Hey, question, man.
Can I help you, sir?
Yeah, is there any way we can get a welfare check on that house over there? There's like a bunch of screaming, slamming of doors and everything like that.
You know, yeah, you know what that is, right?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Okay, why?
But I don't know if they're beating somebody up in there or what, but they're doing something for sure.
What?
So, I don't know. Maybe get somebody to go in and check it out. All right. Run! 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 Scatter! Scatter! Anyway. Sorry, what were you saying?
Well, I was trying to figure out why you want us to send to do a welfare check on one of our own offices.
Well, I mean, not necessarily one of your own officers, but there was someone yelling, screaming. There was a lot of banging and pounding inside. So
okay, well,
it's a cause for concern.
Perfectly legal. You don't have to do that. What are you? Are you a First Amendment auditor?
No.
Oh. So what are you doing all the filming and everything for?
Documentation.
Of?
An investigation.
Oh, you're investigating?
Yeah.
Okay.
Investigative journalist.
Okay.
So,
right.
What's your name?
My name is Detective Ted Van Diemen.
And your ID number?
My ID number is 132.
Yeah. You should probably let them know, though. It's really funny. After... What's his name? Nash told them to stop following me. Mm-hmm. They continue to do so, and their dumbasses led me right back to that building.
Okay.
So they should probably do a little bit better job in their undercover work if they're going to be undercover cops, because...
Well, they're not necessarily undercover cops, but they are narcotics.
Really? Because I literally just did a public records request on one of the vehicles and was told that they're all undercovers. So,
well, the
that was a
tags
lie.
are undercover tags. Yes, I have an undercover tag on mine as well.
Okay.
So it's best if you don't videotape them and put them on the interweb.
Here's an idea. If you don't want to blow your cover and you don't want your license plate and vehicles exposed, maybe don't follow the cameraman while he's recording, and maybe don't lead them back to your safe house. Just an idea, guys.
Well, I mean, it was all streamed, so...
All you're doing is creating a more difficult working
environment for
for us.
Well, I mean, but that's their fault, though. That's not my fault.
They are narcotics, and they have their own...
Is that why they took possession of Valerie Lewis's house?
It's my understanding that they rent that property from the owner.
From Valerie Lewis?
I don't know if it's Valerie Lewis or who.
Well, that's the name that's on the property.
The sheriff's office has been renting that property since I've been here. I've been here for 30 years.
All right, guys, so you heard that. 405 Northwest 4th Avenue. The sheriff's office here has been renting that from Valerie Lewis, apparently.
Yeah. So it's been a couple of decades or more. Okay. They've been renting that property, and
all right.
It would be a great service to us if you wouldn't post that kind of stuff.
It's already been streamed and shared hundreds of times.
All right, but all you're doing is making our job more difficult by doing that, or their job.
Yeah, like, and that's what I was saying. Maybe they should do a better job.
This is a well, it's
of trying to keep that hush hush. And like I said, like the onus is on them.
This is a public spot
Yeah.
here. There's a public spot over there.
Yeah.
But
and so is that.
are you a concealed weapons owner or concealed weapons permit?
I'm not going to answer that question. I'm not required to.
Do you have a concealed weapons permit?
I'm not going to answer that question
right now.
I'm not going to answer that question.
Okay. I'm just curious why you're wearing a vest. Is that it's not illegal? It's
The amount of times that I've had law enforcement officers draw guns on me, I think it's best that I wear one.
Okay.
Especially when, you know, I'm not breaking the law, and yet they continue to do it anyway.
Well, then again, you may be breaking the law if you're carrying a gun. So,
Well, how would I be breaking the law if I'm carrying a gun?
well, if you're carrying a gun right now, you're breaking the law.
How's that?
It's against the law for you to carry a gun on this property.
On this property? Oh. Like I said, I'm not going to answer that question. I'm not going to answer that question.
Okay.
So,
All right.
in fact, actually, I believe that's inside the buildings, not on the outside property.
No, it's on sheriff's office property.
On sheriff's office property?
Yes, sir.
You sure? Because the statutes that I've looked up, I'm pretty
You're
familiar.
not allowed to carry it on government property.
Okay.
If you was to walk over there and start walking around that fence on the court property, you'd be at the same violation.
But if I was on a public
It's a
easement, then it's
government
perfectly
property.
fine.
You can't even come into the post office parking lot with a gun in
Well,
your
that's
car.
because that's federal property. That's different. So
So you are a First Amendment auditor.
no, I'm not a First Amendment
Well,
auditor.
it appears that you are.
So what's the definition of a First Amendment auditor then? What makes you think that I'm a First Amendment
Well, I'm
auditor?
not going to answer that question. You want to answer mine, so I'm not going to answer
Well,
yours.
because the thing is, I'm not a First Amendment auditor. So,
All right.
all right. Well, like I said, I mean, the
Anything else
onus
can do?
is
We're not
on
going to
the.
send a deputy over there to
No.
check on them. So is there anything else I can do for you?
Yeah, I mean, you guys gonna keep trying to follow me around? That's the only reason I'm here. The thing is those guys, like I was saying, maybe you should
How
train
am
them
I
a little
following
bit
you
better.
around, dude? You
Not
came to
you.
me.
I didn't say you. I
Okay.
said you guys.
Okay.
Referring to the sheriff's office, particularly the
listen,
undercover cars.
I'm not part of that division. I don't know what they're investigating, nor should I know what they're investigating. If they have a legal reason to investigate you, they can follow you all they want.
And what legal reason would that? Because they'd have to have a reasonable, articulable
If they
suspicion
have
that I've committed a crime, and I'm not committed a
If they can
crime.
articulate that you're committing a crime, or they believe you're committing a crime, they can investigate.
True, but they would need to establish facts to back that up. They can't just. In fact, actually, that's what I was just talking with Nash about.
And we don't know. We simply don't know because we don't know.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if you don't know, you can't just go, well, maybe he is, because that's not how that works.
Well, I
you can't
didn't
just
say
see a
that.
car driving by and say, I don't know if they have a driver's license. Let me pull them over. That's not reasonable, articulable suspicion.
No,
that's
no.
not, you know,
If they have reason
probable
to
cause.
believe, they can follow you around all they want.
Yeah, even though they were instructed not to.
Okay, well then,
You know, the funny thing is, too, is these guys, they were trying to run my tag. And the best part is, unless they had a lawful purpose for running my tag, it's actually a Fourth Amendment violation.
well, they
I
may
don't
have
know
had a lawful purpose. So you don't know, I don't know.
But they don't, because I'm not breaking the law.
Well, they don't know that. If you were suspicious to them, they can.
Yeah, but
legally
suspicion's
run
not a crime.
No, it's not a crime. But if you were a
Okay,
suspicious
so-
person, you can run
But
your
it's just,
tag.
but being suspicious is not a crime. So if it's not a crime, how can that be reasonable, articulable suspicion to run the tag?
because we are allowed.
Because it's not reasonable.
We are allowed to investigate suspicious people.
No.
Yes, we are.
You can observe suspicious people.
Yes,
That's been
we can-
established by the Florida Supreme Courts.
Yeah, we also have a stop and frisk law that says we can investigate suspicious people. If we get a call or something from somebody saying that you're acting suspicious. And,
Okay, but what's suspicious?
Well, when somebody calls in and says that you're being suspicious, and suspicious
Like what?
can be innumerable amounts of things.
But it'd have to
But
be
the
reasonable
long and short
suspicion.
of it is,
It'd have to be a reasonable
if
suspicion.
you feel like you're being wronged, you need to file a complaint with the supervisor.
The funny thing is, I've already talked to them over there,
Okay.
and they said that they were going to
Who
stop.
did you talk with?
I just told you, Nash.
Nash? Well, okay. I said speak with the supervisor.
Yeah, one of the guys from
Over-
Internal Affairs even came out and was there.
And talk to them, file an official complaint. You have to sign an affidavit and a sworn statement.
Actually, no, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Nope.
If we're gonna investigate, you have to.
Florida
file
Statute 122.525, I do not have to identify myself in order to file a complaint against a law enforcement officer. So no, wrong.
Well, you're not going to get much investigation if you don't sign an affidavit. So
Well, I mean,
it's up to you. If you don't want to investigate,
all right, guys, you heard it right there. They won't investigate unless you sign your information to it. In fact, actually, those affidavits where you file a complaint against an officer when it says, you know, the whole perjury thing, it's actually a violation.
No.
Yeah, 92.525 actually talks about that. So, all right. Go ahead and get its tag number. November Foxtrot Juliet Charlie 69.
All right, guys, thanks for checking out Open Government Investigations. Make sure to go look for his full videos on YouTube. A link will be in the description, and tell him Anthony X sent you. That being said, let me know your thoughts. Pass or fail, you be the judge. Make sure to pound that like button. Make sure to follow or subscribe. Show your support by sharing these videos. Last but not least, no bootlicking. Unless that's your thing, then clean those fucking boots. I mean, who am I to judge? See you on the next one.